If you broke as fuck, watch this shit. Sorry, y'all. I know I got my little hook, my intro and stuff, but this is a very important video. We gonna kick the dough down with this one. The lighting and stuff ain't where it need to be, so the visuals of this video is gonna not be ideal, but it's about the information and not the presentation, right? So over the last 4 years, dealing with this pandemic and stuff like that, or post-pandemic, as more people realize as the days go on, the America of old, the generations before and all that, all that's gone, right? Like I was mentioning in my last set of videos, 40 hours is considered part-time in my estimation. I feel like to live up to what the new norm is, you gotta work about 60 hours a week, right? A lot of this stuff is all about positioning. So if you don't got assets, you broke for a reason, right? But inflation and stuff like that, depending on how you position, you want the prices of stuff to go up, because if you're in ownership, if you're in the owner asset class, you feel me, you're the beneficiaries of what reward comes out of that economic climate, right? But say if you paycheck to paycheck, renting, car note, you ain't got nothing to your name, you don't own your car, you don't own your house, you just in the typical rat race, right? You wouldn't consider yourself too much in an advantageous position, right? I get it. The America of old, man, that's out of there, man. But this new America is gonna breed some of the weakest people in this country, but I feel like it's gonna breed some of the strongest people out of this country. And I feel like, depending on how pressurized the situation, leads to the clarity of the kind of society that you got, right? And just to put that in context, when you test it, or you going through stuff, that's probably one of the best practical indicators of who you are and who you're not. It's what tests are you able to pass, or the tests that you fail. In a practical sense, or an objective point of view, going through tests, and depending on how you score on those tests, it's probably the biggest indicator of who you are, who you're not, what you're capable of or what you're not, right? So as we live in this society where information is more accessible than it ever has been in human history, I feel like there's more ways to make money in human history. It's almost overwhelming, right? So I feel like, and this is just my opinion, we at that stage where it's too much information. It's too many microphones, it's too many people talking, and you just need time to walk away from all that, man. Process everything, and then revisit it with a different point of view, so you'll be able to filter out what kind of information is valid. And you got this big misinformation YouTube culture where people just do clickbait and they just say anything. Nobody wants to be right over being first, right? It's whoever breaks the story usually is the one that gets the most notoriety, regardless of all the context or credentials, or the credibility of the story, of how I got leaked. And even if it's limited, people gonna fill in their own blanks, reach their own conclusions. But this video is about being broke and looking at the stuff for what it is. We're talking to grown, mature people that's made decisions in their life, and you gotta just do what you gotta do. Now, I know that's easy for me to say, so I'm not gonna sit up there and tell the next man or woman on how hard a situation is, because everybody got their own ways of being able to cope and deal with whatever they're going through, right? But since we're all going through all this, right? Universally, let's just get this up. This applies to men especially, right? Nobody don't care about your problems, bro. Maybe a couple of few family members and friends and stuff like that, but by and large, nobody cares. You know, and it's not to sit up there and say that there aren't empathetic people in the world that don't care about people they don't know. I would not say that. But when I'm making these kind of statements, I'm obviously speaking in generality, right? By and large, not all, not every, but I feel like the majority. Not to say they lack the capacity to have empathy, but they pick and choose who they feel that for, right? And anything outside of that bubble, it's non-existent. Like it exists, but it's not big enough to where they need to pay attention to, right? In their mind. So, why this economy and stuff like that is transitioning to a new level. Here's another thing that I feel like has been revealed. There's a lot of bullshitting ass people talking about what they gonna do and how they gonna do it. And these are the same people that when dreams are being shared to them, they always skeptic. Or they always being a contrarian and being like, well, why would you need to do that? I'm gonna keep it honest with y'all, man. I feel like this current climate is breeding the worst kind of people. The worst kind of people. The worst kind. They don't care. And I'm gonna just keep it 100 with y'all, man. Those aren't the kind of people you need around in your social circle. You never win them over. You never have enough. You never be enough. You never do enough for them to honestly give you your flowers and what you deserve. And I know you asking, like, what does that have to do with the economy and my current living situation? If you're already a person that just really don't care about what other people think and your mind is set on a mission, then this statement right here don't apply to you, right? But for those that keep haters around, you know, that whole notion, keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer, that's bullshit. I don't need no enemies close to me, all right? Only time you want to have an enemy around you is if it's a case study or a social experiment to knowing how to identify a fucking hater. Then once you got your pamphlet, your booklet, your playbook, get rid of their ass. Keep their ass arm's length, fucking across the street length. You know? But yeah, it's tough out here. It's tough out here. And I'm just saying, I didn't want to go on that tangent, but the main point is, if you want to be center focused, you want to achieve your dreams and goals, stop sharing them with people and looking for other people's approval. I know misery loves company, so everybody going through the same struggle, thinking that everybody wants each other to win. Fuck no. That's only true to a certain extent, right? It's kind of like, not to jump into this whole realm, but a racist person. There's different levels of racism. It's, hey, you're good enough to do the job I want you to do, but I'm never going to wrap my arm around you. If just as long as you're doing what you want, as long as you're doing what I want you to do for me, then we good. But until then, the moment you decide to go against the grain, it's fuck you. Friendships are the exact same way. Certain friendships. Oh, if you're doing everything they feel like you need to do in your life, like they're like micromanaging it, then y'all good, man. Y'all straight. But the moment you have an opposing idea And it's okay to disagree, but how these people disagree, right? I didn't mean to turn this to a fake friend video, but I'm just leave it at this, right? The reason why your situation is fucked up, and I'm talking about for the hardworking, ambitious people that's loving, caring, and compassionate, and all these. The reason why your situation's fucked up is because you talk too much and you give a fuck too much. Right? Talk too much, give a fuck too much. The moment you sit up there and you stop talking so damn much and being more selective of how you pick and choose your conversations, I don't give a fuck if you want $1 million. Shut up. Stop telling everybody everything. Because everybody don't want you to win the way you want you to win. And once you make that your bottom line, anybody that compromises that, get the fuck out of here. So, yeah, man. I mean, that's just, if you broke, part of the reason why you broke, you listening to people too much. You got too many opinions, right? And especially if you never had somebody that's actually done it and accomplished stuff and really instilled stuff into you like that, you won't even know who telling the truth. So that's probably a big part of the reason why most people broke. People give a fuck too much, trying to keep up with the Joneses, getting this car, getting this house, buying these clothes to impress others, right? Fuck that. Save your money, grind, steady yourself, stop talking to people. That's it. Comment, like, subscribe. I'm the fuck up out of here. Y'all catch me on the next one. I'm gone.